Hello and welcome to the Monday stream. Yep, it's a Monday stream and we are playing Assetto Corsa and we're going to be, well, you can hear it in the background already. That is a V10 engine from an F1 car. We are going to be driving around in Formula 1 cars today, just doing some practice. Letting you lot, whoever's going to be watching, we're going to let you lot pick the tracks, pick the cars, but it is going to be only F1 cars. That's the only limitation we have, and generally F1 tracks, so we're looking for circuits overall. I'm just going to figure a few things out, make sure everything's not clipping or anything like that. Might put the volume of the car down just a little bit, otherwise that might just completely drown me out, and we're going to wait a couple of moments until we sort of get into this. So I'm going to take this time to sort of get myself a bit ready, seated well, sort of sorted myself out, things like that, and then we'll see. We'll pick a car, we'll pick a track, and we'll watch me probably spin quite a few times. It depends on what car I pick, what track I pick, how comfortable I am with the car, how many laps I've done. Most of these cars I haven't done much with. 15-20 minutes at most. I think the F2004 I've got the most time in at about a couple of hours, but that is just about it. So while I'm getting myself situated quite nicely, I am going to just swap into the in-game so you can watch the replay of this, what was this again? I think this was the last video that I did. So you can watch the replay of that, and just give me a moment to sort of settle into my seat. Then we can get straight on with it. Right, steering wheel can probably move slightly over. Like this, there we go. That's a bit better. I can see the chat just about. That's going to be an interesting one. I could just about see it. Yep, that's not too bad. Maybe bring this a little bit over like so. Hopefully you guys can hear me pretty much okay. If there are any problems, we'll sort them out as soon as we possibly can. But it should be all alright. Yeah, I am going to have trouble with seeing chat. That's the only other issue. So maybe if I do something like that, maybe there we go. That's probably easier to see chat. And as long as you guys can hear me like this, I should be fairly okay. So let's see. What do you want to see? Back when Formula 1 sounded like Formula 1. You are very, very right. Well, Alexandru, hello there. Thank you very much for watching the stream. I want to say you've just joined the stream. I'll say thank you very much for joining the stream. What I'm going to do is, I'll tell you what, since you're the first on, you pick the car, you pick the track. Let's see what I can do. Let's hope I don't make a mess of it. So let's go out of this and straight into the game, or into the sim. Here we go. There's my drive. Let's have a look. We had the Maserati there. See what you can pick. See what F1 car you think you want. I have about 26, so pick a decade first. Alexandru, oh, that worked. There we go. Pick a decade, and we'll go for it. Let's see what we've got. Like I said, I'm not that good at driving F1 cars. I'm not the fastest driver. I'm not the most comfortable driving my seat and everything right now, but I am going to try, and I do quite like F1 cars, depending on the decade. Alfa Romeo. Okay, let's see if there's an Alfa Romeo Formula 1 car. I don't think there is. There is not an Alfa Romeo Formula 1 car, but Spa is a definite go. So let's pick Spa. Belgium, not. There we go. Spa's definitely a go. All right, so we've got plenty of Ferraris. We've got a few Lotus Formula 1 cars. We've got this old Maserati, as you can see. We've got a few McLarens, a few Williams F1 cars. I think that's about it. Might have a Renault F1 car. Not sure on the decade. 50s, 60s. Okay. How about we go for the 1967 Lotus Type 49? How's that? I think that's that one should match your sort of request. All right, let's go for this one. I feel like I am really in for quite a lot of trouble here. I'm going to make it a warmer day. Kind of bring the winds down a little bit. Make it a little bit, maybe not that gusty, but bring the winds down like so. Okay, and let's give this a go. We'll leave that as standard G27 controls. Right. I don't know how to... I think the last time I drove this car would have been... Oh, I remember taking that photo. It would have been... 2 years ago, maybe? You want it about dusk? Okay, I can do that. I should be able to do that. I'll make it about dusk. Let's set the car up, and then I'll just move the time forward a little bit. That looks pretty good. Nothing to mess around with there. I will change the time though. Plan is fine. What are we in? No, let's go for some... Let's go for scattered clouds. And we'll go... You said dusk, so let's add in... How about that? There we go. It's about 10 to 8. Should make good background. Well, yeah, that's a good point. I like how you think. I like how you think, given the amount of times I like taking photographs. Okay. Let's give this a go. I'll put that volume down a little bit so you guys can hear me over it. Hopefully you can hear me over that. If you can't, let me know. But we should be okay. Alright, Lotus Type 49. Not a car that I know how to drive. Apparently it's decided to give me Spy in the winter. Interesting. Well, I guess we're playing on a winter track. Volume's good. Thank you. I think the track's going to be a little bit more... Well, this is interesting. I wasn't expecting it to give me a winter... I guess I set a time of year that was not what I thought it was going to be. Nope. Okay, that car's not slowing down. Okay, I've got to learn that the car doesn't slow down, and I'm not going down the old Spa track. I wish I could go that way. Like, the car does not slow down like I thought it would. Nope. Does it have brake bias? It does not. We're just dealing with it as it is. Interesting. Okay, so my first thoughts on this car, after not driving it in many, many years, it's old. It has downforce. I think the best way to describe the downforce is non-existent. The best way to describe the brakes are ancient. The best way to describe the sound is, well, I think you've just said it, glorious. Brilliant sounding car. Best way to describe the looks is fantastic as well. I mean, this car really does look really nice. I love the chrome that you can see all around. I love the red steering wheel. It's beautiful. It really is a beautiful car. Unfortunately, it's not one that I am doing justice to in terms of driving, and I don't think I'm capable of doing justice to it in terms of driving. Maybe I can over a few laps. Okay. Brakes, bottle caps. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Alright, let's go. Alright, I'm starting to get a handle for the brakes just a bit now. Just a bit of a handle for the brakes. Nice and close to that edge. Woo! Car wants to slip out on me now. Upper Rouge in a modern F1 car would be flat. In an F1 car of a few years ago would probably be almost flat. In terms of this car, not flat. Question away. As long as the questions are suitable, I have no problems in. Okay, still can't get this right. End of Kemmel Straight, going into. Okay, I've forgotten the name of the corner. Lecum, La Source, Rouge, Radion, Kemmel. No, I don't think it's. Maybe it is Lecum. My favourite F1 car is the Ferrari F2002. That's my favourite F1 car. I would say 2004, but I actually do prefer the 2002. I also quite like the Lotus 98T, and I also like the McLaren MP413. Missed the apex. I think that apex was in Spa. My corner was in Germany. And I try to have a little bit of taste. Can't say I've got much of it, but thank you very much. Okay. This car is... Okay, starting to push the car in slight ways, but I'm still not very comfortable with it. Okay, good. Bring it down. I mean, like I said, I'm not a fast driver. I'm no F1 driver. And certainly getting used to different cars does take some time for me. Oop, bit of a lock-up. Did not want to do that. That's just completely caused me to miss my braking point. Wheel spin in third gear. And this car doesn't want to stay in a straight line. That's the other thing. It just does not want to stay in a... You hit the brakes and it's squirrely. It's squirrely all over the place. You touch the accelerator and it wants to go one way. You touch the brakes, it wants to go another. It's really crazy. Definitely a bit tail happy. And let's start braking from here. You've got to... Okay, still, you can't... There isn't much grip. Oh, there isn't much grip on the car. It has understeer at any form of speed, and then any time you're on the brakes or off throttle, you really have to be wary that the moment you touch the throttle, you're going to probably, there you go, get a little bit of oversteer. Not a massive amount. It's not a bootful or anything of oversteer. It's just a little bit. But you do have to be careful. The car does not take any prisoners. Let's just say that. See, that's way too slow through there. But I cannot go any faster. Come on, turn. There you go. Getting in a bit closer there, and a bit closer there too. Being on power like that has given me... Right, I'm starting to learn the characteristics of the car. I'm understanding where it tends to want to understeer, where it tends to want to oversteer. Not that that's going to help me drive the car in any which way, shape or form. Right. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. That's bad. That's... Okay, if that was a modern F1 car, that would have been curtains. That's impressive. That's actually quite impressive. The car is a challenge to drive. I'm doing... Thank you. It is a bit of a challenge to drive. I'll tell you what, I'll do... How many more laps should I do of this with this car? Come on, get that apex. That's how you get an apex. Although there's still not a good exit. Apex and not a good exit. You say 6. Okay. So I'm on lap 4 right now, so we can easily do 2 more laps. Let's see if I can crank up the speed a little bit. Oh, I say 5. Sorry, I read that as 6. This is what happens when you can't see. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, I'm learning where to touch the brakes there. Still not great on time, but it's getting better. It's starting to get better slowly. I should have let the car just slide there, but I panicked and counter-steered. Okay. Come on, come on. No, don't go that far out. That's better. Come on, in. This is not easy. This car, it demands a very special way of driving, and it's a way of driving I don't quite know how to do, because I don't tend to drive cars this old. I'm currently on lap 4, so we can go... Ooh, that's off. We'll go to lap 6. Tell you what, we'll go to lap 6. So 2 more laps after this. Because this lap was a fail of a lap. Okay. That's terrible as well. Then move up an era. Okay, we can do that. Come on. Missed the apex, but I'll have a better exit here. That's a much better exit. We can also stop for pictures. That's what we'll also do, is we'll stop for pictures. Maybe it's 1 or 2. In the background, the chain plays. Oh yeah. Can't go wrong with a little bit of Fleetwood Mac on F1. Alright, let's try and put some concentration on this. He says, completely and utterly making a dog's dinner of that turn. I'm surprised I haven't spun the car yet. I mean, that in itself is a ridiculous surprise. Not having spun the car or crashed the car. There comes the spin. This is the curse of the commentator. Right there. That's spin number 1 of the day. And it's after I said I haven't spun the car. This teaches you that you should never count your count your chickens before they've hatched. Something like that. Might be an idea to not make it winter for the next one. Yeah, that's a good point. I'll change it to... I'll set a different date and see what comes up. Alright, one more lap. Here we go. Final lap. Let's see what I can do on this lap. Not a good first corner. The source was poor. Okay, going up Erouge was poor, but top of Radion was good. Coming down the Kemmel Straight now to... I think this is Lacoon. Hit the brakes there. Turns in nice. That's good. That's good. Over and then back in. Still about a second down on whatever time I somehow set. I don't know how I set that time. Apparently I was a lot faster through all of this. I don't recall being a lot faster through most of this or all of this, but if it says I was faster, apparently I must have been faster somehow. Slid it, that's lost me bootloads of time. That's lost me almost 2 seconds. There's no way I'm making those 2 seconds back up. So the idea I see with this car is slide. You've got to slide the car around. If you don't slide the car, if you're not confident in sliding the car, you're going nowhere. You actually are going nowhere. And so that's something I struggle to do. I struggle to slide cars around, so that's why I have essentially gone nowhere. Okay, that's not helped either. Okay. And there's lap 6 done. I wonder if you can. I wonder if this car can do burnouts. Let's see. Here we go. Burnout time. Nope, can't burn out the car. Yeah, sort of can, just a little bit. Oh, I didn't put the new smoke on. I need to swap the smoke out to the new smoke. Right, let's save the replay first of all, as always. And let's go find a shot we can have with this replay. Right, let's go to a TV camera and see what we've got. Here we go. Driving this car feels like dancing tango flamenco at 250 kilometers. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can definitely see where you're coming from there. All right, let's look at that. You can just see the cars just left and right and left and right. Look. You'll see me miss my first braking point, of course. And I'm like, nope, I am going straight on. I am not going to risk doing that. So, I tell you what, I've got an idea as to where we can take a photo, actually. I've got a really good idea. Firstly, down the Kemmel Straight is a great idea to take a photo. So we'll definitely do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to, first of all, go into this mode. I can press F5 here. I love the shaders mod with all the additional options that we've got. And we will... There's an opportunity for a photo right there. So I'll hit photo mode. I'll bring up the depth of field. I'll select this car. Let's go ahead and switch my modes to mode 3, which is going to give me my weather, which I don't actually want because I'm quite happy with the weather. But it will give me my filters. So we've got the... Oh wow, the reshape. Whoa, can't see a thing. There's the sol filter. Right, what we can do is... That's ridiculous. Wow. We could take a vintage shot if we wanted to, but no. Sunset, sunrise, yeah, photo. Here we go. We'll do that. We can move it down like so. Something like that. Maybe a bit like that. Move that there. Let's have a look at what other ones we've got. We've got this one. We've got this one. That makes it look like it's some sort of film. Moonrise just kills us. Some of these are not that good for photography. I think we can go for the K34 filter today, or... I mean, the sunset one just doesn't... It doesn't help us. I like the photographic one, but it's a bit... Well, the sun's a bit bright, I'll admit. But what we can do is let's go back a little bit and let's see where we can get a decent shot. All right, no idea. This is going to be difficult. I always find taking shots like this is kind of difficult to do. That could be an interesting style. Alright, let's see what this comes... You get that problem in Skyrim, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Right, let's see what comes of this. Ready? Here we go. Let's get the shot lined up, ready to go. Here we go, taking the shot. And we've got the shot. Alright, let's have a look at what we've got. That's not the one I was after. Let's find it. It's going to be in Documents, Assetto Corsa. They never find the Assetto Corsa folder. There we go. Screenshots, date modified. There's our shot. That's not too bad looking. Could definitely get better, but we're not going to do that. We need to drive cars. We definitely need to be driving cars. So let's go jump up an era. We'll come back to some of these photos later on. Alright. So I could have got a 234-2, which is a bit... That's still slow. Alright, going up an era. Also, why did this? That's what it was. It was that. Right, going up an era. So we're going from the 60s into the 70s. I can't think of a better car to drive for the 70s than this one right here. I think the Ferrari 312T is the ultimate 1970s vehicle, and of course we have to drive it in the number and the colours of Niki Lauda. So we're going to do that. And what track should we drive this one at? Not many viewers today, unfortunately. There was more earlier. Maybe they got scared away by pictures. Bit of a tribute. Well, yeah. Imola. Can definitely do Imola. I don't know Imola very well, but I can definitely do Imola. There we go. Let's go for it. Not heavy snow. Why is... These are some old things that have been set up. Right, let's pick a date. Yeah, sometime in summer. Few clouds. That would do. About 9:30. Let's go for it. Now in a Pagani, I've done a 2:10 on this. That's kind of slow, but let's see what I can do on Imola in this vehicle. As you can see, I don't have any photographs from Imola, so I've still got the old standard screen, unfortunately. And of course, this is all to do with a bit of a practice for this challenge that I have been trying to figure out, and that's the Ultimate Formula Challenge. There's a video out of it. Let's just put in 25 litres. Nothing really. I'm not going to change anything on the aero. 188 miles an hour seems fair enough. I'll go back to Sol on this for absolute enjoyment. Oh, I still do that on occasion. Alright. We've got to rev up to 12,000 RPM. Right, we can shake at the end. Yeah. Not the best of ideas, I will admit. Here we go. Imola Ferrari 312T. Get a feel for the brakes, get a feel for the car. Definitely got more downforce. Definitely got more downforce. Turns better too. Sounds are... they're alright. They're not... I mean, they're good. I don't dislike them. But I don't particularly like them as much as other ones I have heard. But it's definitely good. Definitely good. Not as good as a 49 in terms of sounds. But in terms of driving though. Oh, in terms of driving, this car is... First lap. I'm starting to... I remember I once reviewed this car and put pitted against a number of other F1 cars from various generations. And I said that this car wasn't as great to drive. It was a bit lackluster, but that's because I didn't know how to drive this car. I now do. I now know you got to push this car really quite hard. Right, how does this chicane work? I don't actually know. Apparently like that. Alright, let's start putting some laps down. Let's definitely start putting laps down. Or not. Hey, I still made the corner. Still made the corner, right. Note to self. That corner takes a little bit more effort. Alright, here we go. Nice and close to that inside wall. I remember how to do that. Braking around the 200 mark could work. Maybe just slightly later if I can get that line correct. Yeah, if I can get that line correct, that should be pretty good. Keep it in third here. Downshift just second for this part. Unfortunately, I don't know the names of the corners at Imola. I do apologise. Oh, this car is interesting. I want to try and get... Right, I need to somehow get onto the outside there before I cut in, because that's what's causing me to wash out wide. But I don't know how to get up the crest of that hill, because the camber is a little bit odd there. How do I get up the hill for that? I can brake after the 100 meters here, it seems. Back of the car wanted to kick out there. Right, for this I've got to cut in and then get on the brakes, like so. Is dynamic weather on for some reason? I need to check this. I think dynamic weather's on. I'm not happy about that. Yeah, I didn't want that. All I wanted was... Oh, that's just ruined everything. Give me scattered clouds. There we go. I noticed the sky's getting darker. I thought, oh no, it's going to start to rain. I don't like it raining when I'm trying to hot lap a vehicle. That's nice. Right, let's see if I can get this or work out this after this corner. How do I do this better? So I cut in there, that's fine. Now if I can get over to this side, oops, wrong gear, and then cut over up the top like that. It's difficult. It's difficult to get that right. I don't know the track well enough to get that particular corner right. There we go. Don't take those yellow and black curbs. They are going to hurt you massively. Brake just after the 100. Nice and hard. That's good. Then as soon as you straighten the vehicle up, boot full of power, just let the revs climb. That's nice. Oh no, that's not so nice. Okay, still got to work out that corner too. I don't know that corner well enough. Now I've got gravel on my tyres, but they're cleaning up. They're cleaning up quite nicely. Thank goodness for that. Okay. I have to say, the Lotus 49 is far more of a handful than this. This is less of a handful. But you do feel like you want to push this one a lot more, as you can see. You do really feel like you want to push this one a lot more than you really should. And that's the beauty. I should not be looking at the chat. That's the beauty of this car. Is you just want to push it more and more and more. Unlike the Lotus 49, where you felt like, how far can you push it? This car, you're like, no, keep going, just a bit more, just a bit more, just a bit more. Right, let's see what I can do here. So, over the hill, like that, that's good. That's pretty good, okay. If I can try and replicate that over a couple of laps, I'll be quite happy. I'll brake a little bit later for that. Take some of that curve, although it does want to throw you out if you do that. Just after the 100. There we go. Right, let's try and figure out this one. Oops. Don't look at the chat. That's good. That's good. Right over, back in. Missed the apex because you were trying to put the power down and the car understeers. Cut in across there. Let it go right the way out wide. and then straight back in. Like that. That's pretty good. Alright, let's try this again. Nice slide. Well, I say nice slide, not really a nice slide, but nice enough. In there, over, around that, watch that. There we go. I'm leaving this in second. I feel like maybe first might be a good idea. Well, control, thank you very much. That was I was surprised. I thought I was going to lose that right there. This is going okay. This is going alright. This is going alright. There we go. Again, a slight slide where I don't want it to slide. But still not bad. There we go. I think with that first corner, you've really got to be pointed the car straight. Any slight amount of turning, and it does tend to not want to do. Yeah, see. In fact, it seems to be a common thing. This car, you give it a slight amount of turn, and it does just not want to slow down. There's just not enough force in. I think there's just not enough force in the front tyres. There's just not enough grip to have any amount of turning and braking at the same time. Yeah, see, if I do that, it's much better. Much better. So I've just got to figure that one out. There's just no turning available. Trail braking is a no-go. Yes, I am using the steering wheel. I'm using my old, and I do mean old now, it's some 8 years old. I think 8 years old, 7 or 8 years old. It's a Logitech G27. It's in completely stock condition apart from one upgrade that I've done to it, and that is putting in the GTI. That's GTI as in what you see with GTI. I've put the GTI springs in, and that's the only upgrade I've done to it. That was done 2 years ago now. A very good upgrade. Maybe not 2 years ago, maybe a little less than 2 years ago. But yeah, that's the only upgrade I've done, which makes the brake pedal wonderful. It really does. If you've got a G27 or a G29, the GTI springs are wonderful. Really are wonderful. Okay, that's starting to. Now look at that. Look at that time. First time I've seen a green. First time I've seen green. Why did it only last a bit more than a year? 149.1. I can go faster. Now I'm starting to give it a bit of a push on this car. I'm starting to feel a bit more confidence, as you can see. 0.6 of a second up. Almost 0.7 of a second up. Lost a bit of time there, but still not a lot. That means there is time to be gained there. A lot of time to be gained, it seems. Could go faster there, still at the 0.6 of a second mark, or 0.7. Lost a lot of time there. Didn't get the braking right. Right, let's see if I can get the braking a little bit better here. That's not bad at all. Look at that time. The times are really tumbling now. It's a cheap one, to be fair. Sorry, it is difficult to read chat while driving a... Yeah, good ones, they are expensive. I mean, I saved up for this a very, very, very long time, so I know what you mean. They are expensive, unfortunately. And this isn't even classed as one of the expensive ones, but it is quite expensive, and it does. It's sad. I mean, I really wish I could, for example, afford a Fanatec or something like that. A Fanatec would be great, but you just can't. It's not even worth it in many ways. Wow, so I lost about half a second through that particular corner. And even sliding or making up time there. I really slid there though, that was a bad slide. I mean, the sad thing is that this wheel is 8 years on. It is starting to, give up on me just a little bit. I can start feeling it. The leather's wearing out. The steering wheel's starting to get louder. It's starting to feel a bit more rattly. It's starting to just give a few signs of, yeah, I'm not going to last for a very, very long time now. I am coming up to the end of my life. But it served me really quite well. It has. And it still does. Of course, it still does serve me really quite well. As you can see right now, still doing a really good job. You don't want to get on that green stuff on the outside there because it does hurt you. Half a second. Oh, that's good. That time, that corner was spot on from me, I think. Oh, this is going well. Look at that. Over a second up still. That's another second. So if I can just get this last corner correct, I should be in quite a good position here. And I think I'll stop at that lap for this car. There we go, we're still gaining time. Let's flat shift it through the next one. There we go, flat shift. Cut in really close, there we go. 146.9. I'm gonna say I'm happy with that. That was a interesting drive. That was a very interesting drive. And now my hand hurts a little bit. Alright, let's read some comments. So, let's have a look. It stayed in the Dream On Thrustmasters. Yeah. They do. They definitely stay in the what do you call it? Dream On section. Used to play GTR 2, used to have no steering wheel, so had to improvise, went to joystick with throttle. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I mean, going back on that, just swapping it the opposite way around. I use to do the whole what do you call it? To do the whole flight simming, sometimes I will use my steering wheel pedals as my rudder, because that's it works. It just does work. So a couple of photos on this, and then we move on, I think. Although I actually do want to see this last lap from this kind of camera. I just want to see how fast I was actually going here, and where I could have used more curb. Oh, it definitely is. I could have used less curb there. That was a good use of curb. That was bad. Too much bouncing across that. I wasn't happy with that. Right the way there, that was good. Right the way out. I'm happy when I do something like that. And maybe could have used a little bit more on the exit. Exit curve wasn't great. That was good though. Up top, could have gone further out again. 1980s. Well, there's only one car going in the 1980s. I know that. That's going to be the 98T, isn't it? Again, I've got to work on that. That chicane wasn't doing the great. But in the 1980s, yeah, it's going to be the 98T, which means it's going to absolutely kill me. Well, actually, I've got the McLaren MP4 as well. Could do that. I'll see. I shall see. That was a good lap, I'm going to say. Now what I want to do is I want to get a really good setup here. I want to get a really good shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up a shot like that. I'm going to ensure that the photo mode and everything is active like that. Right, okay, so you bounce the car around. See, I'm assuming you just hit it and hope it bounces on the opposite one. Or I say hope it bounces, I'm assuming you aim it to bounce on the opposite one in a certain fashion. That's what I'm assuming. Right. None of these ones are any good. The photographic one again is pretty good. I do like the photographic one right there. That'd be an interesting look. Not perhaps the look I'm going for. Maybe. No. Unfortunately, that is pretty much what I want. So in which case, is K34 going to help us here? No, it is not. Unless I do something like that on a photographic filter. Photograph. That could kind of work. Oh, that's alright. Typos are fine. Everyone makes them. Let's see if that kind of shot actually works. Let's have a look at it with the Soul one. I mean, to be completely honest, it could also... No, that doesn't look realistic enough. The high contrast ones always look quite good, but I'm going to try a normal contrast one. Alright, let's try this. Here goes the photo. Right. Where do I want the photo though? That's I think I know where I want it. Alright, here we go. Oh, they were huge rear tyres. Absolutely huge. Right there. Right, let's save that replay. We'll come back to that as well. It's drawing, of course. There's the photo. That's not bad looking. That's not too bad looking. I'm not too keen on the colours as much, but I can do some correction to that. Not a problem. Right, 1980s, here we come. Oh boy. So 136932 is what I got, which wasn't 146932 isn't great. I don't have the 6-wheel Tyrrell. That was 1986, 7. I don't know. I don't have the 6-wheel Tyrrell, but I do have, and I can show you. I have the MP44 from 1988. I have got the 98T from 1986. I feel like the 98T is going to be the fun one because that's going to kill me. It's just ridiculous to drive. Anyone who's driven a 98T will know just how crazy that is. And I think, do I have an old Ferrari from the 80s? I don't have an 80s Ferrari F1 car. So it's those two. There's the pick. You've got those two F1 cars to choose from. I don't think I've got any others. That's a Vauxhall. Vauxhall don't do F1 cars. Nope. No. None there. No. Yep. So those are the two. I think the 98T will be a good one to go for. Although I do like the MP44 a lot. I guess I could flip a coin for it. Let's go 98T. And of course, I'm not going to be messing around with this car. I'm going to put it on qualifying tyres. And I'm going to go no tyre wear, qualifying tyres, low fuel load, maximum turbo. And the track, ooh, what track should we do this at? 98T. Where would it be the most interesting to drive? Romania? No, that's going to give me the Transfiguration Highway. I can't drive it at the Transfiguration Highway. I cannot drive it on that track. It's just not possible. I'm thinking. I know it never drove here. I know it was never there, but Donington might be interesting. I know it wasn't ever there. I have a feeling Donington would be an interesting one. You're surprised to have it? Oh, it's mods. Mods are wonderful. Donington it is. Right. Let's try and make sure that it doesn't give me the silly dynamic weather. Let's go for scattered clouds, few clouds. Another nice, decent one. Windy. That looks nice. It's a bit windy. Sure, why not? A really hot day. Like that. Let's do about that time, midday. And let's go for it. I can't see myself surviving this very long. It's well worth it. The road is... Yeah, I've driven on it. Unfortunately, the mod isn't great, but it gives you an interesting insight into the road and into how well they how much effort they've done to build it. And obviously, yeah, see that I'd like to go there one day for real. Okay, qualifying tires, here we go. 15 liters of fuel. I will put it to maximum turbo. Stick this to Sol. Go to the weather and make sure it's not. Why does it keep putting dynamic weather on? I don't understand. There we go. I wish it would stop that. It has a dark aura, probably because of how dangerous it could be. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Brace yourself for more spins than you have probably ever seen any YouTuber do in any which way, shape or form. Ah, right, okay. Alright, let's do a slow lap. What's with the green... What's with the massive green lights? What's happened there? Something's happened to the lighting. Oh, this is heavy. Well, apparently all the cars have gone green. We'll ignore the green cars for now. Okay, we can't ignore the... What is this graphics glitch? Huh. Don't like this graphics glitch, that's for sure. Let's see if I can figure this one out. Is it the clouds? No, it's not that. Okay, it's not that. It's going to be something to do with the shader patch, so I'll tell you what, we'll swap to an old version of this track. I think I've got an old version, there we go. Let's use that version. It's not a great one. I did a 117.6 in a Jordan Ford 191. That's the last time I was on that track. Oh, I remember doing this. Let's see, Lotus. Do I have Le Mans? I do have Le Mans. I don't know how good it is, but I do have that. Right, let's try again. Low fuel, really low fuel, and maximum turbo. Here we go. Change the... Right, this one isn't as good, unfortunately. The graphics on this one isn't as good. This is an old version, but I always keep this. It will do. I didn't have that issue last time I tried it. Okay. Here we go. Nice and slow, just for the first lap. Nice and slow. You can see the new version has working smoke and everything. This version, unfortunately, does not. Is that what's... Okay, that's already gone. That's one crash. So one spin, one crash. That's not too bad. Let's I was messing around with the force feedback there. Oops. Alright, let's warm these tyres up because they don't feel warm. Nothing about this feels safe. No, I have not switched damage on. If I did that, I'd have to be restarting so many times over, which is why I haven't switched damage on. I'd like to, but It's not going to last if I did that. Plus, the damage would actually have an effect on this car in terms of us using the turbo and pushing the car so much. It shouldn't really feel safe. Believe me, this does not feel safe at all, in any which way, shape or form. This feels problematic. Aircraft taking off from East Midlands Airport there. Doing the whole piloting thing. That's Echo Golf November X-ray. Alright, let's start putting some laps in. Right, got to be really, really careful putting the power down on these. Right, so 131 is the time I've done in the Jordan 191. Let's see how much faster I can take this car around. This car just has so much power and so much grip. It's almost insane. The speed that you can drive this car is almost insane. That was 178 miles an hour coming up into that braking zone. I'm almost afraid to touch the accelerator pedal on this. Forgot to change gear. This car does that to you. You forget how to do the basics of driving, like touching an accelerator. First lap, 129.3. So a 131 in the Jordan after a number of laps. My first lap in this car, 129.3. Did not get that corner right. That was a bad corner. Feels just right there. I can brake later for this. How is that even possible? I can actually brake later for that corner. That's insane. Oh, look at that time. I just want to 124.4. I can even brake later for this corner. This is insane. I feel like dynamic weather's on because it seems to be looking like it's getting a lot darker. It's fine. I'll drive through it. Not good. Not good. This is crazy. It honestly is crazy. I can't even look at the chat. I don't even know if anybody's saying anything because it's just... You just... Okay. Here comes another aircraft. That's another 1.5 seconds shaved off the time. Okay, that's gone off. So that still give me a chance to check the weather. No, it's not. Okay, that's fine. Okay, take 1 lap break. Because that was quite a feeling. I feel like something's not quite right here. Temperature, pressures, brakes, wear. Let's go for temperatures. My front tyres are not happy. They're too cold. Oop, and I've lost it. What? This is... Okay, so I've lost it on my cooldown lap or my off lap. This is ridiculous. Alright, just ease it in. Just trying to warm up those tyres. Rear tyres are fine, it's the front tyres that I'm worried about. I'm trying to put as much heat as I can into those tyres, and we go again. Alright, time for another hot lap. Here we go. Time for another hot lap. Alright, so we've got a 124 something to beat. That was what I set, I think. I like this car. I really do like this car. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Half a second down? That's not good. I guess I've got to build it up again. Not good, not good. Could have been faster, should have been faster. Right, I've got to try and work out how to cut these curves better. Almost lost it there. Look at the time I've just gained there though. 0.4 of a second. Short shift to third. Slam on those brakes. You almost feel like a fighter pilot. I have done fighter jets in flight sims, and yeah, in a way, this is like doing flying a fighter jet at low altitude. That's what this is. Oh, it doesn't want to turn. It doesn't want to turn. I've got to try and get that turning going. Try and avoid that curb, because that curb is throwing me off like that. So I'm hitting the inside of that curb instead of the outside of it, and it's really throwing me off badly. Okay. I can learn to do this better, definitely. That's good. That's a lot better. Alright, inside like that, slow. That's good. Okay. I have seen the trailer for the new Flight Simulator, yeah. I'm actually quite interested. I've been a Flight Simulator person since, a long time. And only recently did I switch to X-Plane. Alright, we're in the 22s now. If I can get this corner right, I think we can go into the 21s. I think we can get into the 21s here quite easily. That's how you do that one. That's half a second. Okay. Alright, let's get another half second up here. Nope. Oh, slid it. Slid it. That was just a bit too aggressive in. Bit too aggressive in. I'm actually going to say this is actually tiring me out. It's very hot in my room at the moment, and this is actually quite a tiresome thing to do. Although I have to get practice on these if I'm going to be doing my Ultimate Formula Challenge. So, in a way, this is good for me to be doing this. I'll be doing many more laps in each one of these cars, finally. Right. I do sound worn out. Yeah, it is something. This car is definitely something to behold. It's angry, it's aggressive, it does take a bit out of you. And like I said, the heat does not help. Come on. That's good. That's okay. That's okay. Right, we can do this. We can do this. I can do this. Right. Come on. There we go. Oops. Maybe not. Alright, watch that inside curve. That's what I've got to be careful of. Here comes the time. There comes the time back. Better I play F... Yeah. I 98T, that's what I do. Oh, almost lost it. Oh, look at that time. I mean, the time gain isn't as much as I wanted, but that's another 0.6 of a second. That's a 22.3. That's going to give me a good exit. That's giving me a really good exit. .7 of a second. .8 of a second. 1.4 seconds. .7 seconds. Oh, I did it again. It's that end part that just... it gets you, it does. It really does get you. .9 seconds, that's a 120. That was... I actually just set a 120 in a Lotus 98T. That just happened. And I feel like I can actually get into the 119s. This car is all about being on the turbos and trying to stay on the turbos as much as you can. Because when you're on the turbos, you have that power. I think I've got another half a second in me right now. I really think I've got another half a second in me. Okay, make that more than half a second. Alright, I think I'm good with this. I think I'm good with this car. I mean, it demands, this car really demands. Oh, torque. Gear. I missed the gear. That's what happens when you miss the gear. Okay. If you could be more open on the exit to the last corner, you might win a 10th or 2. Yeah, you got a point there. You do have a point there. Let me try one more. Go one more time. Let's go for one more lap on this. No, it wasn't the cut. It was actually I missed a gear, and then when I jumped in the gear, obviously the torque got me when it bites. Alright, here we go. One more go. Oh, that was bad, that was bad. Maybe I'll go for one more. Alright. I can do this, I can do this. Okay. You miss these types of games. I certainly do not get a chance to play these often enough. I really don't. This is the longest I've played this title in probably over a month. That was good. That was really good. I felt that. I felt happy with that one. I felt really happy with that one, actually. Although I felt really not happy with that one. Oh, I did it again. I missed the gear. I missed the gear again. Okay, I feel like I have got another half a second in me on this at the moment. Okay. I'll try and switch to a different car for now. Let's go to a replay. Let's take a short break with the replay. Of course, we'll save it and let's go for. Well, let's have a look at what it was like from one of these cameras to see one of the faster laps. You have to compensate with these. It's a way to before I got my driver's license, I used to do this. And of course, you still can't do this in real life. You don't have the millions of pounds. Oh, this was a bad lap. Where's a good lap? Give me a good lap. Here we go. Here's a good lap. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. I have to say, it's very warm in my room. Let me just have a look at what the temperature is in my room, just to give you an idea as to how much I'm doing. It's 30 degrees Celsius in my room. Well, you can if you have a track nearby and they do track days. Yeah, but they wouldn't do an F1 car like this. They do some cars, of course, and they're also expensive. So very expensive. Particularly in Britain, they tend to be. You have to be really careful. Exactly. You can't just throw it around and really test it as though you would on a simulator and go, right, where's the limits? Let's have a little bit of water. That water temperature's not doing bad, 84 degrees Celsius. Or 82 degrees Celsius. That's not doing bad at all. It was this, I needed to try and sort that out. If I can get a handle on that. Perhaps by somehow keeping the turbos in. If I can keep the turbos in, I don't have to worry about compensating for the turbo lag. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to use first gear. Perhaps. That was the 124.7. And now we're going to 119. So, the next set of cars we're going to is the 90s. So, what kind of cars are we looking at? I've got quite a few 90s cars. I've got a couple of Williams, got a couple of Ferraris, actually got more than a couple of Ferraris. Got a Ferrari from 95, 96, 97. Got the McLaren from 1998. I don't know if it still works, but I think I've got the McLaren from 1998. Do I need VRC? I certainly do. I do. Germany 200007. I do certainly have the VRC modding team F1 cars. We're going to be trying a couple of cars. I've been going through the eras, doing some practice. This 98T has absolutely demolished me, which is why I'm taking a break for a moment. I really need to get this corner right. I wasn't happy with this corner. This corner and the next one, I was not happy with. I really wasn't. I felt like I could do a lot better. Even though I did get into the 119s and I was aiming for the 122s. Alright, but let's go into one of the 90s cars. Let's get out of this. And we'll take photos of that afterwards, as I say. That's the 119.7. Let's go. Let's have a look at what we have. Alright, could have done a 119.5, you see that? I could have probably done a 119 dead. Right. We've got, which are the VRC cars? I don't actually know because I've moved them to the right places, but I think... Are these the VRC cars? I don't know. No, this is the Formula 1 SR cars. ASR, no, they're not the VRC ones. This is one of the VRC cars, but we're not going to 2007 just yet. We're a bit behind. We're still in the early 90s. So, or 90s overall. Don't know if this is a VRC car. Might be. Jordan 191. I definitely have that. I definitely have the Jordan 191. That's for sure. That's this one right here. I love this car. It was brilliantly done. I reviewed this some time ago. It was really, really well done. But perhaps we could do a Jordan 191 if that's what people want. I mean, it's going to be a lot slower than this. I can tell you that now. But yeah, we can definitely do that. Oh no, hold on. Best lap on this track 117 in the Jordan 191. So 119 in this. I can go faster. I can go a lot faster. Alright, so let's go for the Jordan 191, and what track do we want it on? What other cars do I have? That could be fierce. I don't know. What track do we want to do that car on? The 191, that is. Hockenheim. I don't have a good version of Hockenheim, I don't think, but let me have a quick look. So I'll select the Jordan. There we go. No, I don't have the Hockenheim. Unfortunately. Spa. Okay, he wants it at Spa. We've already done Spa though, but I guess we can go to Spa again because, you know, it makes complete sense. It makes absolute sense, so we'll do that. We will definitely go back to Spa. Let's go for an interesting weather, or just one that's going to look really nice. I've never driven this car at Spa, never ever. So let's see what happens. Bit windy, that's fine by me. Nice and warm. Give it about. There we go. And we'll try it. We'll try this car at Spa. This ought to be fun. Oh, that's an old picture I've taken. That's a very old picture. Right. What lap times are we looking at? What lap times do you think I should be aiming for? I have no idea what we can do. I'm gonna go for the quality. I'm gonna go for the softer tires, though. I'm assuming that these are the softer tires. I'm just gonna try it. Does it tell me? No. We're going to even lower the fuel just so I can get a feel. Michael Schumacher, most certainly this is going to be really, really quite cool, I think. Alright, here we go. Oh, essentially the same. I grew up watching Michael Schumacher. I was a bit young to remember the early days, but after that, I used to watch F1 when I was quite young, so... Right, get comfortable. This is going to be good. So we've done one for Niki Lauda. This one's for Michael Schumacher. Let's watch that force feedback. I'm going to bring the force feedback down just to avoid the rattling. Right, let's just warm ourselves up a bit. Just need to warm myself up. Get a good feel for the car. I have been jumping F1 cars, so it's a bit odd jumping from one F1 car to another. I mean, just to think that an hour and a half ago, right, how many gears do we have here? 5? Not 6, okay. Just to think that 1.5 hours ago I was driving a Lotus 49 on this. I'm using a Logitech G27 that is quite old now, so... I suppose it's a good time for me to plug my Patreon. If you look in the description box of this video, you'll see a link to my Patreon, and if you guys wish to support me on Patreon, that would be really good. Perhaps I could start saving up for another steering wheel, and of course creating more videos and more content. You watched your first F1 race when you were 4. I watched my first F1 race when I was 2, so I can believe it. Alright, just nice and slow, just got to ease into it. I like how this car feels, and I remember when I reviewed it, I really liked how the car felt when I reviewed it too. So, this is nice. So yeah, if you have a few dimes to spare a month, a few dollars to spare a month, a few euros, a few pounds, wherever you're from, and you feel like chucking it my way, please do so. I would be most grateful. Allow me to pay internet costs and things like that. Okay. I feel like this is going to be good. Yeah, please do. That would be great. That would be really, really good. Unfortunately, I will admit my Assetto Corsa videos don't tend to get as many views as they used to. Some of them used to get thousands of views, but they don't anymore. But I'm more than happy to do reviews. Oh, that's rattly, that's rumbly. I'm more than happy to do reviews of cars. I like doing that, and since you are VRC and I know you've got a lot of F1 cars, perhaps some of the F1 cars I don't have, it would be quite nice, because I'm planning to do an Ultimate Formula Showdown, and it'd be good to have your cars involved as well, more of them, aside from this one and the F2007. Okay, I've got to remember that this car doesn't rev, or needs a little bit more time to downshift. Well, I haven't driven this car in such a long time. It's interesting to see how this feels. Oh, fifth gear through. I've just had a complete moment where I've forgotten the name of that corner. Wow. How have I forgotten the name of that corner? Stabilo? No, that's not it. Yes, it is. I think it is Stabilo. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. I don't know. Come on, flat out. Hold that flat. That's difficult. Sparks flying. Oh, I like this car. I really, really like this car. It just feels so smooth. Oh, I've just completely missed the apex for that. Alright, up the hill we go. I really should blend up there, but it's fine. Tell you what, since you're doing F1, how would you feel about a future stream mode? I don't actually have MotoGP games, unfortunately, and I'm not very good at MotoGP. Bikes are not my thing. I do like watching it on occasion when I have time, which is not often, but I'm not much into... Give me a car, great. Give me a train, great. Give me a plane, great. Give me a motorbike, and I'll strip it apart and put it back together happily, but that's about it. Sorry, Germany 20,007? I think that's your name. I'm not even looking now. It's kind of difficult to look at chat and drive at the same time, especially on a car where I'm actually quite enjoying putting the power down on it. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, unfortunately, MotoGP is not one of my things. Right, well I guess you can tell me, since you're one of the modders, you can tell me whether I'm driving this car decently or not. I tried doing a few videos on R Factor 2 and I didn't actually get anything. I've got R Factor 2, but I didn't actually get anywhere with them. Unfortunately, it seems at the moment I'm trying to find my content. Assetto Corsa was the first video I ever made, was Assetto Corsa many years ago. That was before I even considered doing YouTube properly. And then I started doing, I think I've got 100 and... Oh, I think I've got like 170 Assetto Corsa videos or something. Oh, that's gone wide. That's gone really badly wide. That's going to cost me. That's really going to cost me. That's all costing me. That whole section was messed up. You think I can take Oru's ready on flats? Okay, I'll try it. I didn't know whether this car can take it flat, but I'll give it a go. I'll certainly give it a go. I can, if there are plenty of mods for R Factor, I can certainly start looking into doing R Factor mod reviews. That was a really bad corner out of the source. Alright, let's go. Flat. Okay. Yeah, that's flat. That's definitely flat. I felt the compression there. I actually felt the compression. That's scary. Yeah, that's interesting, taking that flat. I lost a little bit of time, but not too much over the rest of the lap. But I'm doing okay. That's the second. I feel like I'm doing okay here, which is a surprise. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I can brake later. I can brake later for that corner, or for the chicane, should I say? But I think I'm going to. Let's do another lap. Let's do one more lap. Oh no, I wasn't looking. So let's not do one more lap. Well, let's try one more lap, who knows. You could watch this for days. It is beautiful. It is genuinely beautiful, this is. Spa is wonderful. Now, I was definitely slower last time through all of this. As you can see, almost half a second slower. I thought so. I could feel the... It's amazing how you can feel even half a second when you're driving, because it just gives you time to think. And you think to yourself, you go, half a second, what is that? It's a little bit of reaction time, but it's so much time when you're driving an F1 car like this and you're in that zone, which clearly I am actually not. But when you're in that zone, you look at your lap times and you think, half a second, that was easy. You know, I had time to take a breather. I had time to read a book. I had time to make a telephone call. I had time to check my emails, you know. That's how crazy half a second is in an F1 car when you're at that point. When you're in that zone. I'm too careful with my throttle. Okay, I shall be a little bit more aggressive with my throttle. Right, a little bit more aggressive with throttle then. Trying to carry a bit more speed. Let's see what we can do. This corner I always run wide in. No matter what car I have, I'll always run wide in a corner like that. Now that just didn't have the mechanical grip, I don't think. messed that part up. Right. Maybe I'm too quick on corner entry. So let's slow it down just a bit more and carry a bit more speed through the corners. Although that being said, I mean that's almost 2 seconds up. Nope, can't do it. Messed that one up. So we're going to switch to another car now anyway. That was a mistake. Yeah, I'm touching the curbs now. I think that's it. That's me done for now on this car. Good car though. Really good car. Really enjoyed. Let's have a look at the replay. Let's have a look at the replay of the fastest lap I did, which was this one. Let's go on board the car like that. I always like doing a camera like this. So let's see. I could have gone further out. I really should have gone further out there. Still 2 more seconds to find. Well, I guess I'm going to have to work on that for the two more seconds. I think I know where I'm losing time. I think I can brake later before the chicane, and I'll tell you where I'm losing time. I think this time I was all right here. I was all okay here, I think. I could have put a little more gas there. You did a 152 with a standard setup. Well, this is definitely a standard setup as well. Here, I'm definitely losing time here. I can feel it. I can absolutely feel myself losing time. But again, this is the first time I've driven this car in I don't know where. You think a lower gear, that would make sense. Here, I think I can... There I think I can pick up time. I know I can pick up time, but that's just me. Here I messed up. I know I messed up here because I was just all over the place. So that's where I've lost I think half a second. So overall I think I know where I can pick up about 1.5 seconds out of the 2. I think I do know that. But we're going to move on to a slightly more modern car. So we've got this car which is great fun. It's absolutely great to drive. How many laps did I do on this? I don't know. 6, 7, 8 laps? Let's find out. See there, that's what I mean. That's late. That's slow, I mean. That was really slow. And I think I can take that down to a 153. I think I can take that down to a 153, 152. So, let's go ahead and save this replay because I'll go take photos afterwards. Let's go back and see what other cars we have available. Let's see. So we can stick in the 90s or we can go straight into the 2000s, depending on what we want. I think there's more to explore in the 90s. For example, we've got the 310B from 1997. 412 T2. I don't think I've got that. I might. I do have the 412 T2. There we go. So we can always give this a bit of a whirl. Let's give this a go. Who are we gonna go for? Berger or a Lacey? Or let's go for the Michael Schumacher test. Why not? We'll go for the Michael Schumacher test. This is now going to be Michael Schumacher cars for a while. So we've just started with the 90. Now we've gone forward. We've gone to 1991. We've got to 1995. Where should we go? Where should we test this car? Let's see where we should test it. Where haven't we driven yet? We've driven at Spa. We've driven. Yeah, I can try that. I can give that a go. Not driven an F1 car there, but let's go for it. Oh, and someone goes Barcelona. Ooh. All right, Mugello or Barcelona. That's an interesting one. Now I tell you what, we'll do Mugello or Mugello, however you pronounce this one, and then we'll do Barcelona next. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I think it's Mugello. I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, we'll do the same kind of temperature, same kind of setup, and let's just go. You have to keep it all Italian. But Michael Schumacher's German, so how does that work? Oh, one of the photos I took of the FXXK. Right. I've never driven this car, so this is the first time driving. Let's see what this car is capable of doing. Ooh, the lights are a bit bright. Is that because of the filter, maybe? Ah, yeah. You can change the filter. Let's change the filter just to do that. I don't like the glare on those lights. There we go. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Here we go. Nice and slow again. Is it an honorary Italian? I think so. Yeah, I do think it would be. Right, 6 gears. Let's see what this car's like. It's a bit heavy because I should really bring that force feedback down again to avoid all the rattling. That's another thing. I avoid curbs to avoid the rattling on my wheel now, because the rattling is pretty bad. Also, need to make sure that it's not dynamic. Good. Ah, these are your sounds. Okay, well that's good. It sounds really good. I like it. I really do like it. So far today we have driven a Lotus 49. I've driven a Ferrari 312T. I've driven a Lotus 98T. I've driven a Jordan 191, and now I'm driving a Ferrari 412 T2. We've done a lot of cars within 2 hours. Oh, okay. But perhaps you could read... Oh, I suppose you couldn't read it because it's a different modding team. Right, let's start pushing a little bit of speed in. Alright, how fast can we go on a car like this? Oh, there's the rattle. 181. Alright, getting used to the car. It does take a while to rev, so I've got to be aware of that. Yeah, it does take a while to rev up. It's not as quick revving as I thought it would be. Yeah, it's definitely got to push that more on the revs. Wait for it. Different type of car. Okay, definitely can carry more speed through all the corners, but I just want to get used to it. If you guys are really enjoying this stream, make sure you are hitting that thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. It's really, really important. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. The links to both of those are in the description box below. Twitter will definitely give you times of when I'm streaming next. I'll always a 10-15 minute warning. And of course, like I said, if you really want to support me, you can support me on Patreon. There are some rewards, of course. You can get access to Discord, you can get access to outtakes, bloopers from other videos, things like that. It would be really, really awesome. And I'll sort anyone's permissions and stuff out afterwards. And if not, just leave a nice comment. That would be really good. You're still in touch with ASR. Maybe you might want to redo the sounds on this. Already done, mate. Oh, well, thank you very, very much. Oh, this is, I've never driven this car before, but if... You know what? You can feel the progression of F1 cars. And what's strange is that... I'll tell you what's strange. This feels more like the 312T than I thought it would. There is something about this car that has the 312T characteristic. While the Jordan was a bit wild, the Lotus 98T was just insane. This car, it has a little bit more tameness to it. And it feels like you build it up. And it feels like it's approachable, this car does. I know I'm making it sound like a person, but that's how it feels. It feels like it's very, very approachable. I'm not going to do too many laps in this car because I want to try out a couple of more cars and then I need to end the stream because I've been basically driving cars now, F1 cars for, what, 2 hours, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, about 2 hours I think. So I've been driving F1 cars for 2 hours, that's pushing it. I don't think I've driven F1 cars for 2 hours before. And different F1 cars as well, so there is an adaptation. I'm sure with a little bit of practice I could drive these for 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. It doesn't bite your head off yet, that's for sure. In fact, this is a very, very smooth car. Unfortunately, I don't know the lines on for some of the corners on this track so well. I've been trying to work out the lines. I was trying to do it in the RSS 2000 car on the last video I did an Assetto Corsa extra video talking about the whole Ultimate Showdown thing that I've mentioned a few times, and I was trying to figure out some of the lines and I got a few of them, but I didn't get... Ooh dear, that's bad. I couldn't work out the line for the first corner very well at all, and each car of course is different. So you experience the lines differently. I wonder if we can use first in this car. Probably can. And like I said, I don't have time to play this title, so my lines are pretty shoddy on this title. In fact, my lines are pretty shoddy in Sims full stop. And I've put a lot of hours in, but a lot of the hours are replays, testing mods, checking things, you know. And lately I haven't put a lot in, which is sad because, you know, I've missed enjoying cars like these. I really have. Yeah, come on. Let's try and get a better line for turn 1. No, that's a terrible line. This car tends to like, from what I can tell, it tends to be quite happy to be on power. It doesn't want to throw out or anything on power. It does tend to be quite happy on power, which I like. I like cars that are happy when you give them a bit of power, and they don't just want to either do massive understeering or massive amounts of oversteer or anything like that. And they're fairly neutral. This is a very neutral car. I can't imagine that this car would be the fastest car, but certainly is very neutral, and I like that. The Jordan was a little bit more, you had to put a bit more effort into This feels a bit more like the 312T. Just a lot more calm and stable. Oh dear, he says as he does exactly what he did in the RSS Formula 2000 car. Well done, me. Come on, don't be rattly. One more lap of this. I like this. I do like this car as well. And each car just has its own little personality, which I love. You know, all these Formula 1 cars that I've driven today, all feel different, all drive different, all behave different, all respond differently. And of course I'm not fast in any of them, but I think that should I put a bit of practice in, I think I can be fast in most of them, if not all of them. I don't think I'm ever going to be faster than a 98T, let's be honest. I do like this. Alright, let's switch to another car after this lap. As I'm starting to get quite comfortable with this one. I like a later apex on this. I've not done what I like to do. Alright. So I think now we're going to go over to the RSS. Well, I've done the RSS 2000. 1:33.4, that's a fairly slow lap. But still good. Decent for my attempt. Okay. Am I having fun? The answer to that is, are my viewers having fun? Are my viewers enjoying? Oh, hold on. I need to listen to that. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that is so awesome. Alright, let's watch one lap on board. There we go. One on board lap. Those are not your externals. Oh. These are your internals apparently, but not your externals. See there, look, I had to come off the accelerator. That means that I was too fast into that corner because I hit the apex and then started washing out. So I really need to work on that. This was fairly good. I do like that, going in and over. Oh, they were very elegant. I do prefer the early 2000s most of all. And I have to say, without the halo, the 2019 car, 2018-19, they're not bad. They are not bad at all. The halo does kind of ruin it for me. It does ruin it a bit. Alright, next car. Next car, I think we'll go for the... I wanted to do the RSS 2000, but I did that on video the other day. So I'm not going to do the RSS 2000. Don't mention the halo, yeah. It's a bit of a thing. Oh boy. I've definitely enjoyed driving these different vehicles. Not, of course, not a fast lap. I can tell that. Alright, let's go. Next vehicle. We said Barcelona, so that's a given. So that's already been set. And we're going to go on the Moto track, because that's the old F1 track. Oh, F2004. So we already said Barcelona, but I will go for the F2004. Ferrari F2004. Barcelona, here we go. This is going to be rough. I really have a feeling this is going to be rough. I'll change the time of day when I want on that. I think this time of day is good for streams because it shows you guys can see things a lot better. Alright. Now this is not my favourite F1 car, the F2002 is, but this is close. Now, normally I drive with traction control off on this car because that's what I do. I just like trying with that traction control off, but I'm going to leave it on just for the sake of this on half, and I'm just going to drive. You could share your setup. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's put a setup on this car. I don't generally put setups on video or anything like that. Don't have time to play around with setups. Although I don't know how you're going to show all the setup. In fact, to be honest, looking at the time, it's over in the UK. It's already 10:10, and I planned on ending the stream after 2 hours, but it's 2 hours 8 minutes. I'm still going, so maybe not set up for today, but I'll certainly have to have a look at it at some point. Yes, yeah. The F2002 Formula Corsa, right? Was it Formula Corsa? Who did the F2000? I can't remember. But I definitely had the F2002. I've got some nice pictures of it on my computer as well. Right, let's leave it like this and see what we can get out of it. Not anymore. Yeah, I know it all changed and whatnot. Leave that at 80. It's a bit windy. You can see the trees moving. It's crazy. Yeah, I realised that there was that whole split and everything. Alright, let's go. I know this car. Now that doesn't mean I'm going to be great on this car. I'm not going to be great on this car because, well, I've just been driving F1 cars for 2 hours, but I do know this car. That's one thing. Helmet cam. You can get a helmet cam. You can get a mod for helmet cam. I'll tell you what, VR is ridiculous in this. Okay, note to self, warm tyres up, don't be an idiot. Warm tyres up. We've driven how many F1 cars today? To be honest, I've only crashed one F1 car, and that was a 98T. I've spun a couple of cars, but not crashed them. Alright, let's get ourselves going crazy. Hello there. You're joining me as I'm driving the 7th F1 car of my stream. Hold on, let me count them. Lotus 49. That was a 1967 car. Ferrari 312T, that was 1975. Lotus 9080, that was, I almost stopped for the chicane. Lotus 9080, that was 1986. So that's 3 cars. Jordan 191 from 1991. Ferrari 412T2 from 1995. And now this, the Ferrari F2004. This is my 6th car. I feel like I'm actually going to do something. That was the top speed was definitely not right there. I'm going to give myself a little bit of top speed. I did some really good driving. Thank you very much. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. I'm really glad you've enjoyed it. Hopefully my driving towards the end, as tiredness kicks in, is not going to be too bad. Work during the day, barely sleep at night, and then do this on stream. I haven't driven on this track for a long time as well. I can't remember I need to try and remember the sort of camber and stuff on it. Oh, it is a great sound. It's one of the most beautiful sounds you'll ever get on an F1 car. I should have done Silverstone. At least I know Silverstone really well. That Tail Happy Lotus was one of the best things I've ever driven. The 49 was quite a car. I love the fun factor on that car. That's the thing. I don't remember when I've driven on this track last. It's been a long time. Have I done any endurance racing and sim racing? I have not. The only thing I've done, I have done some racing. I've done 2-3 hour races, but not on camera, and that was a long time ago. I just don't have time. I just don't have the time to do any endurance racing or anything of the sort, unfortunately. Forgetting I can use first gear in this car. No, I can't. I can't use first gear in this car. Which car can I use first gear in? It wasn't this one. It's the RSS 2000. That's the one I can use first gear in. This car doesn't like first gear. Second would be good. Just remember to go to second. Wish I had a little bit more turn in there. Locking up the wheels. I have to say, as stupid as it is to lock up the wheels, I love doing it in Assetto Corsa. Especially in F1 cars, when you lock up the wheels and then make the corner and then just get the wheels rotating again. It's just something about it feels so cool. The onboards look, yeah, they do look really good. Is this sorry, I'm not reading the comments too well because I've only got a few seconds to look at them, or should I say milliseconds to look at them. This car does come with, although if you are asking whether this car is a stock Assetto Corsa, it does come with a Assetto Corsa, yes. I think it's a Ferrari pack. I think. I can't remember, it might not be the Ferrari pack. Oh, this is such a bad run. I'm not hooking this one up for some reason. I really like Barcelona, but I'm not hooking up the lap at all. Am I doing Ace Combat? I've not actually got Ace Combat, unfortunately. I would like to. At the moment, I need to get back into my flight sim properly. I'm not hooking this lap up whatsoever. I'm disappointed. I should be fired, and I deserve to be fired. I've done that before. Not on a stream. I've played that game. Most of the streams I do for flying are not military. They're X-Plane, and I do a lot of mod reviews and things like that. You'll see plenty of videos on my channel for that. I felt the understeer there. I definitely felt the understeer there. Oh, that's so rubbish. So rubbish. I'm also used to driving this car without traction control, so I don't know how much I can actually floor it. I can probably just literally gun it on this and it will sort itself out. Ooh. I stand corrected. But I'm not doing it because I'm not used to it. Oh, this is just bad. This is just really bad. I'll tell you what, I might switch this car over to Silverstone. should definitely brake later for that. I don't know why I'm braking so early and taking this really weird line. I tend to take weird lines sometimes. When I'm unfamiliar with a track or I've forgotten a track, or track car combo, I tend to take really unfamiliar lines. And it just shows. That was terrible. Again. Actually, I prefer that later apex. That's quite nice. I do prefer the later apex, but I'm not doing very well. I am going to switch to Silverstone. I am going to switch to Silverstone on this. Let's do Silverstone. I'll save the replay though, because you never know when you're going to get a good shot out of this. Because I at least I know Silverstone, but I don't know what this car's going to drive like. It's been a while since I've done that. So let's drive. Well, I've done a 131.8 before on this. So I don't know. Maybe that's where we'll end. That's how we'll end it. So we'll do that. We'll do that. Yeah, let's change our weather. Let's give ourselves, instead of scattered clouds, let's go for a nice clearish day. Summer day. That looks good. Kind of windy. I wish it was windy in this room. It's too hot. And let's go for it. This is how I think we will end. Right. Let's go. Let's see. Medium tires? No, soft tires. Let's get the softest compound we can. Obviously, I don't have tyre wear. Let's get it fairly light. Traction control. All right, go on. Let me know right now. Traction control on or off? Medium is quicker. Maybe that's what I did wrong. I'll go on mediums. Traction control on or off? Maybe that's what I did wrong at Catalonia. Traction control on. Oh. Alright, well, we'll have traction control on. And I think we'll give it just a little bit more speed. Try 6. Is that higher or lower? Right, hold on. A value of 1 equals greater intervention of control. Alright, so this is technically lower traction control. I'm assuming. Got it. Okay. Like I said, normally I just switch off traction control. Goodness logic. Smoke the tyres just a little bit. Right, double check for the whole... Yep, no dynamic weather. Here we go. Alright, now this is a track I know. Let's warm the tyres up a bit. Yeah, definitely don't want to use first in this car. It's got a lot of torque in first. They used to have traction control because these cars were just so powerful. You couldn't get the power down. Now they don't have it because they've got a lot of different systems and the way it works and the whole by-wire system. But when it was all mechanical and the cars weren't as advanced, you had traction control. But you'd still see these cars, it gave them more of a chance to throw the cars around that. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, normally I take 4th through here, but we'll build up a little bit. Here we go. You know what I should have done? I really should have. In fact, should I? I don't know whether I should change this pack out to the summer pack. I don't think it looks quite as nice as I want it to look. Didn't manage to do that flat as I wanted it to. But as you guys can probably see, I know this track. This is one track I really do know. Right, so the 31, I can't remember what I had, it was the 31 something that I need to beat. 31.8 I think. Just knock those over because I like doing that. Alright, I need to work on that. Cops Corner I've always got to work on. Maggot's Beckett's, I love taking this part flat, like that, and then slamming on the brakes for this. I love doing that. What wing settings am I running? I haven't got a clue. It's default. I've just left it default. Like I said, I don't have time to mess around with these or do anything. So unfortunately, I just leave things as they are and just deal with it. Very rarely have I actually changed the setup on a car. And I do know that by changing the setup, I think I did it once and off I can't remember what car it was, and I saved some 6 or 7 seconds. No, not 6 or 7 seconds. Sorry, 6 or 7 tenths of a second on my first lap with the new settings. So I do know that it can be done. I'm not focusing on reading chat. Shouldn't do that. Make this a bit louder for you lot to enjoy. Oh, it feels a bit spongy today. Now. My brakes feel spongy. I think I've had too much braking going on. Right, Cops is always the corner that I struggle with. I always struggle with Cops. Chapel. That was bad. Alright, no, you were still getting there. Still getting there slowly. But the fact that you can do this in a car that's... How old is this car? 15 years old. And just look at the speeds that this car is pulling. It's crazy. Right, try this again. There we go. That's it. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Oh, didn't do that right. Messed that pass up. But I got that turn in correct now. Traction control, you absolute. Okay, traction control doesn't let you do what you want to do sometimes. Which obviously is because it wants to try and keep traction on the car. But I'm not sliding the car a bit. I'm pretty sure I got my lap time without traction control, so I'm going to switch traction control off. Traction control gone. Just for fun. This is where it now gets interesting. Alright, Boeing fan, you said what, you know, traction control. You thought it wasn't allowed, it was, but now it's not being run. Or Boeing crazy, but I can't remember your name. Despite the fact that you come on a few of my streams. And suddenly I'm hitting the apexes. Bizarre. I just feel like traction control annoys me. I really like the car without traction control. That was bad. That was really bad. Right, who thinks I'm driving better without traction control than I was with it on? My mind is playing with me. No, I just genuinely do not. I've always had this. I genuinely do not tend to like. You think because I've got more experience after the laps? Well, we'll have to see. Oh, once traction control is on, I feel like I can turn the car in better. That's my biggest thing. I always feel like I can turn the car in better without traction control. Now, let's see if I can get cops right this time. Come on. Nope. I had to catch that one. No traction control is probably more fun. It definitely is more fun. It's just, obviously it's not the overall fastest, I will say that. It's just me. I really like this car. Always have liked this car. But not as good as the 2002. I think that's just a given. It just is not as good as the 2002. No, done it again. Done it again. Well, it's been a really, really good stream. 2.5 hours. Really good stream. I am going to have to start wrapping it up now, unfortunately. Hopefully everybody here who's watching has really enjoyed it. It has been great. Thank you everybody who has been on board. We've gone through 7 F1 cars, spanning over the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s and now the 2000s. I don't know why I wasn't aiming for that. That was a stupid move from me. I've never taken that corner that badly. I remember I used to have a Ferrari 248, the F248. I don't know what's happened to that one. That was on my computer at one point. But yeah, it's been really nice having you guys on board. Alexandru, really good for all your commenting, everything. It's been really nice. I'm glad you're on stream. Is this the first time you've been on one of my streams? I'm just curious about that. And of course, to Mr. VRC modding team member, it's been really good having you on board as well. For those people who have got Assetto Corsa, I would really recommend you guys check out the VRC modding team vehicles. I did the Jordan 191, that was a terrible corner. I did the Jordan 191 in this. There's also the F2007, which I will be testing at some point. Really great cars, and I believe they now have an equivalent of one of the Audi R18 stock. Is it R18? I don't think it's an R18. So one of the Le Mans cars. That was a terrible corner. I'm now talking, not focusing. Let's go here and try and get myself back on track. Yeah, so they've got that. So I do recommend you go check out the VRC modding team, as well as I think we have the ASR F1 car, the 412 T2. I think that's what they're like. So you should go check that out as well. It's really fantastic. Going crazy. Nice of you to pop in. I know it's not a flight stream, but well, I suppose you could say this is flying. We're just pushing the cars into the ground. We do have wings, so I guess it can count. Just the wings are upside down. I need to figure out how to get that blend right. That's what I'm going to practice off camera. I was trying to do something clever there. It didn't work. It did not work. Did not work at all. You've been to the channel for longer. Oh, fantastic. Oh, I'm really glad that you've managed to catch me on a live stream for the first time. And I will try to do these every Sunday or Monday. I can't promise that there will be one all the time, but I can try to do these. And I know my videos have been a bit... the schedule's been a bit all over the place, but I am trying to sort things out schedule-wise as well, and hopefully some point I'll be able to sort that all out. It's just a very busy life trying to do anything. Come on, do the turn that I want you to do. Oh, silly car. Round you go, round you go. There you go. There we go. Okay, well, let's get out of that. Go into the replay. And watch a bit of the replay. Why not from the external camera, because that noise. Yeah, that's everything. I think I'll just go through my ending thinking. If you did enjoy the stream, please hit that thumbs up. Used to be stars. Strange. I still remember when YouTube was stars. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Please hit that this is a notification bell, so every time I have a video, you'll see it. Some of my videos might be to do with racing. Some of them will be to do with Euro Truck Simulator, if it stops crashing on me. We'll have flight videos. I've got Minecraft for Patreons. For those people who are interested, I'll talk about that in a minute. We do some Minecraft extreme, well, in a way, extreme builds. Just the kind of thing I like to do. Bits of simulation, bits of strategy style, things like that. There are spaces for a couple of other videos. Dirt Rally, maybe I might do a Dirt Rally 2.0 stream at some point. That might be interesting. Anyway, aside from that, we can go to Romania in the next update. With Pro Mods, I've already got Romania. Lots of it. But that should be pretty good. With the with social media, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at EasyGadgetsLP. Haven't used Twitter or Instagram that much in a while, but I probably should start doing that. And if you really did enjoy the stream and you want to help me out further, you can support me on Patreon. That's www.patreon.com/easygadgets. Your support would be massively appreciated, whether it's $1, $5, $10, or a full Exia and doing $20. Oh yeah, and there's Space Engineers. You'll also get access to outtakes and things like that, depending on your patronage. I suppose that's the right word. Well, anyway, aside from that, I guess it's time for me to say goodbye. Thank you everybody for watching once again, and I'll see you guys next time on stream, on video, on the social media. I think I'm going to take a break, have some ice cream, perhaps go to sleep.